Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat, and today we are going to be talking about the joyous start, the joyous beginning to the Royal Tour Africa. Now I would like to point out that some people are saying they're not in Africa, Africa's a continent, it's South Africa. Yes, I know, they are in South Africa at the moment, but the actual tour is a Royal Tour Africa because it takes in different African countries within the continent of Africa. So there we go. So don't be disparaged if I put the Royal Tour Africa in the title. Of course, I know they are in South Africa and there is a difference. So I just thought I'd point that out from the start. I hope that you are all well, and I hope that you have all enjoyed the first 2 days, the first 2 full days of the Royal Visit Africa. And of course, they kicked it all off in Cape Town. Now, they made a very, very low-key entrance. They were photographed getting off the plane with Archie, but that was not, televised. It wasn't. There weren't professional photographers there. That was just kind of paparazzi pictures. The first time we officially saw them was when they walked out of the car to their first engagement. And what a round of engagements it's been over the 2 days. Already they've given us lots of joyous moments, and they have supported and highlighted lots of different charities in just 2 days. And of course, it's a 10-day tour, so we have lots coming up. I'm going to find the chat room and just see what people are saying. I would like to know your favourite moments so far on the tour. What has impressed you the most? What do you have to say about the tour? I am very interested. Hello to everyone with all the notifications going out. We currently have 93 people. Kira, hello. I didn't do a pop-up chat yesterday because I was feeling a little under the weather. So as much as I wanted to, this is the first opportunity I've really had to come on and be live. Elect Lady says, I was just wondering when we were going to get a pop-up from you. Well, here I am. Lisa Keller says, it's nice to see you. How are you? Like I said, I was a little under the weather yesterday, but I'm a little bit better today. Jackie J says, it's been a great tour so far. I love them Oh, there's been so much dancing. I just keep thinking of the... was it Shakira? She did the It's Time for Africa song. It's time for Africa. Yes. Waka waka, hey hey. It is time for Africa, and Harry and Meghan have completely hit the ground running. Mikhail says, I loved Meghan's clothes. Yes, I mean, every outfit so far I think has been good, on point. Good morning to Sonia and Jeremy. Haitian the King says, Harry managed to wear a different colour suit. That was the best part. He's expanding. He's expanding on his range. I don't mean expanding waistline, I mean expanding on his range. And sorry, I'm going to try and pronounce your name. I do presume it is an African name. And my British tongue might struggle a little bit, so do forgive me. Nafa Bising. Nafa Bising? If I've got that wrong, I do apologise. Who says, so proud of my country right now. Yes, and so you should be. It is, your country is projecting all the right positive vibes into the world right now. The dancing, the singing, the poignant moments, the support when Harry and Meghan are making the speeches. It's all been amazing. And South Africa couldn't have been a better host so far. Elect Lady says, my favourite moment was Harry dancing with the little boy and him kissing Meghan. Yes, they did have a little kiss, didn't they? Now, I couldn't include that photo because it's a copyrighted photo, but they did share a little peck when they were parted. It was really, really sweet and lovely. That was a nice moment. Lots of people liking the dancing and singing. Don't forget the singing too. Orain says, hello, I have to keep hitting the bell to know when you are on. It does not notify me otherwise. Oh no. I don't know what to do. That is entirely up to YouTube. And I have an itchy nose. I'm not picking my nose. It is itching me. Literally itching. Oh, I have something to show you before we move on. My friend came to visit today and she bought me something. It's a belated birthday gift and I wanted to show you. Do you like them? It's royal ducks, and they're actually from, I think they're from Disneyland. So they're all the way from America. They are royal ducks all the way from America. Now I'm going to say that this one is Prince Philip. I think it's a Prince Philip duck. And this one is a queen, of course. So let's see if they can talk to each other. So let's see if we can recreate the Harry and Meghan kiss. Oh, oh, Harry, I'm going to be parted from you. Oh, Meghan, I think we should kiss. Mwah! Oh, we will be reunited soon, my love. Oh, yes, we will. Mwah! Oh, oh, my goodness, this chat is turning out to be X-rated. Oh, X-rated ducks. No, this is Her Majesty. Well, hello. And one would like to invite you. One would like to comment on Harry and Meghan's tour. Harry and Meghan are having a fantastic tour, and they are representing the country wonderfully, and I am very happy. And I will make her an even bigger duchess when she returns. Well, I think she's doing an amazing job too. Yes. Where's my whiskey? Bye. Yes. Sorry for that little duck interlude. There we have it. A little bit of a duck interlude going on there. Elaine says, hello from me here in the UK. Hello. Chibli Mifos says, loving everything so far. The Justice Charity looked awesome and I want to support them. Believe me, this is just the start. There is 2 days. We are 2 days in. We have another 10 days. There is over 70 engagements. There will be so many different charities that we will be introduced to that we didn't really know about. So I am sure there will be so many that people want to support. So yes, I mean, I would probably say wait until the tour is, like, if you want to support a charity in particular, I would say wait until the tour is over and you've seen all of the different engagements, all the different charities and organisations, and then really pick one that you have an affinity towards. If you really feel one, then of course go for it, or even several. But it is obviously a big ask to support 70 different organisations and things. But certainly take your time, watch all of the engagements, and pick one or two that you may really feel that you relate to, and I think that's probably the best way to do it if you do want to support one. Louisa says, love the dancers dancing with Meghan and the dancer who was interviewed. She had such dignity and was gorgeous too. So many different. I love the colours over there, the colours, the patterns. Just everything's colourful and full of life. Live, love and laugh. Where's your comment gone? I've just skipped all the way down to the bottom. Where's your comment gone? Where's it gone? Enjoying the tour, and seems they are enjoying themselves and having so much fun. They are indeed. Robin says, the favourite moment for you was the young man who adopted a baby rhino and created an awesome conversation project and the music. Anything to do with animal conservation always, strikes a really good cause, because it is, one of those big issues in the world right now. We don't want to see extinction, and of course, we all like animals, don't we? Becky Ray says, lots of dancing and a ton of laughter. Yeah, that's why I've called it joyous. It has been a joyous start. Samantha says, Meghan is wearing clothes she had worn before, so the press can't complain. There has been a little bit of recycling going on. But yes, I mean, obviously, if an outfit is appropriate and you've worn it before, it doesn't matter. There is lots of things that she'll be wearing that are new, but, if you've got something that fits, I mean, Catherine famously keeps re-wearing those big brown boots, and she has re-worn things too, so it just makes sense if you've got something already that fits with the engagement. And let's not forget, all of these engagements are planned well in advance, even down to the outfits. Meghan and Harry would have both planned their outfits in full, in advance, so that they know when they're doing outfit changes, they know what clothes they're wearing for each engagement. So there will have been a lot of careful planning, and if you've got something that already fits, well, why not include it? Stephanie A. Dory says, you're looking really good and relaxed today. Thank you. I'm having a slightly better day today, but I was a little bit under the weather yesterday. Auntie D says positive energy. Yes, indeed. Oh yes, Archie's new name. Yes, he was given an African name, and I've forgotten what it is. I don't have the name at hand, but he was given an African name, which I thought was lovely. And of course, we had the revelation that, of course, Harry and Meghan donated towards a swimming pool, to help young people in his name. So that was a lovely, nice touch as well. A private donation, which became public, but there we go. Deb says, just home from work, catching up. They look like they are having a splendid time. They are indoor, indeed. Voshaw Park says, I loved watching Meghan and Harry dancing. Meghan definitely has the moves. She has got the moves. We can all do a little bit of the moves, can't we? Yes, let's all do a bit of moves. Let's get down. Becky Ray says, 3 of her outfits so far have been worn before, including jewellery. Yes, why not? Why not? Olivia says, hi, they just look happy, period. It shows that this trip is really good for them. One possible reason that they may have not had a big fanfare coming off the plane, which is, is normal for a royals arriving on a tour, is because one suggestion, I don't know if this is true or not, but people have speculated that it's because they wanted it to focus on the engagements rather than a big fanfare about them. So they wanted it all to be about the work. So of course the first time that we officially saw them was when they got out of the car to arrive at the engagement, which could be true. We don't know for sure, but it could be true. Sonia says, I used to work with a woman from South Africa, absolutely beautiful woman. People, I'm getting to all the duck comments now. Lady Buckingham says, what exactly is the function of a rubber duck? It's a bath ornament. You sit them. They float in the bath and bob around and do duck things. Curtis says, today the British Supreme Court rules that advice given by Prime Minister Boris Johnson to the Queen to prorogue Parliament was unlawful. Well, that is true. They did. And I'm not entirely sure where they stand on this one with regards to the Queen and proroguing of Parliament, because effectively what they've done is, by saying it's unlawful and therefore null and void and therefore it never happened, they've actually kind of cancelled out the Queen's prorogation. And as the Queen is the only one who can prorogue Parliament and then, restart Parliament again, I've got a message coming through. I'll read it later. I don't know how it stands. I mean, they've obviously found a way of literally cancelling out the Queen's order. So even though they're saying that, it's possibly because they're saying that it was unlawful, therefore it never happened. So it's almost like not cancelling the Queen, but just it never happened, almost just ignoring that it happened. So I don't quite know what the Queen will be feeling about that. Will she feel a little bit, as we say in the UK, miffed that the courts, who technically should be under her, have, taken away something that she's issued? So I don't really know where they stand with that. They've done it. I mean, I'm not doubting the fact they've done it. They've null and voided it. But I don't know whether the palace may have something to say about that. I don't know how the Queen would feel. Barbie Longfellow says, I think you have gone quackers. Someone's gone quackers. Yes, rubber duckies for the bath. Hey, the King says, Philip looks uncanny. It does, doesn't it? Fanny Blair says, how old are you again? 36. Lisa's laughing. Lots of people laughing. Alicia says, oh Lord, I've just joined and 2 ducks. Is this the first thing I said? Yes. My goodness. Thank you for all the duck comments. Lady Mungham says, rubber ducks are frozen. H.M. the King says, my husband and quack. Yes. My husband and I would like to say to you all, I hope you have a really good Royal African tour. Yes, the Queen has spoken. Yes, I do need to get out more, literally. Auntie Dees says, I've started saying one would think great go to phrase. Yes. Sheena says, what's the British press saying about them in Curious? I think it's all been positive so far. I haven't seen anything negative so far. But of course, you know, it's early on in the tour. They've still got 10 days. So they still need to keep Harry and Meghan sweet a little bit for 10 days, don't they? So I'm sure they will be on their best behaviour. Let's see how they continue when the tour finishes. But I have to say, I haven't seen terribly too much on the news channels. I mean, we have a lot going on with Brexit and Labour Party conference and everything, so I haven't seen as much as what I'd like to have done on the TV. But they have been covered on the news as well. And I've just skipped all the way down to the bottom, which I don't like. Right, here we are. Lots of people saying hello, they've just made it. Hello. Nathan the King says, Meghan's been talking to Anne about the clothes, yes. Yes, the mosque outfit with the shawl looked really lovely. Mikhail says, who is Meghan's new assistant there? Was two women in the background. I'm not sure of names. I don't think I've seen the names. So my nose is really itchy today. What does it mean when you have an itchy nose? Right on the tip. Are we going to see Archie this tour? It wasn't ever announced, so we don't know. I'm suspecting... Well, I don't know. That's the thing. No one knows. It's not on any official itinerary. Some people are speculating that maybe we could see Archie tomorrow, because, of course, they meet Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And lots of people are speculating that that could be a nice moment to introduce Archie to the Archbishop. So... But I have my doubts on that. I'm not entirely sure. So we will just have to wait and see. LD Poodle says, we all love her wedge shoes. Meghan's outfit hasn't been in a cedar closet for 40 years. No, it hasn't. Thank you. I am getting down with my moves. Oh, yes, the food tasting tour. Yes, that would have been incredible. Dawn says there's a story going on that a photographer tried to get into where Meghan and Harry are staying to get a picture of Archie. I've not heard that one. But I imagine security is pretty tight where they are staying, and I wouldn't imagine if somebody had tried that they'd have got terribly too far. Yes, they do look very happy and are really engaged in different activities with everyone. Yes, Archie has travelled on the tour, but we haven't seen him officially yet. Arain says, will the palace come out and deny the Meghan rumours that she's been under the knife? What? Since she had Harry... What? I've not heard that rumour. What are they saying she's had done? I'd like to know. Are we talking facelifts? Are we talking brow lifts? Are we talking a nip and a tuck? What are we talking? Are we talking facial rejuvenation? But no, I've not heard that story. And like I say, I don't think it was Buckingham Palace that refuted that Catherine had the Botox. That was Kensington Palace, I do believe, because all official announcements about the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge come out of Kensington Palace. So whether Buckingham Palace, which Harry and Meghan are now under, would do the same, I don't know. Lisa C. Eggleston says, hope all is well with you and your family. We're getting there. Siva says, I would love to see them introduce baby Archie to Africa because of that new beautiful name. I think African people love them. What was the name again? Do you know what? I've totally forgot the name. It's on an article, but it's probably somewhere, and I'd have to sift through it. Annie Bullard said, they said that Boris lied to the Queen in the beginning. Well, actually, they haven't said that he lied to the Queen. The courts did not say that he lied. They just said he made an unlawful request. So the court did stop short of saying that he lied to them. They didn't say that. They said that he had acted unlawfully with his request at this time because it's an important time with what's going on with Brexit, and that it was wrong to deprive Parliament of having all the time it needed to debate things and to do whatever it's going to do with regards to Brexit. So I think they were more questioning the timing of it rather than anything else, and also the length of it. But no, they haven't actually said that he lied to the Queen. That must be said. Vinnie Blair says Meghan's former PA, Amy Pickerel, is in South Africa also. She was also at the SmartWorks launch. And Live, Love and Laugh says, wouldn't be surprised if the photographers are too much in their face. We don't know. Angelic says, peek at the tiara. It is, of course, the one that Meghan wore on her wedding day. It is the Queen Mary's diamond bandeau. And it's very sparkly. Let's go down again. And the King says, it's a constitutional monarchy without a constitution. Things are bound to be muddled. Yes, we do not have in the UK a written down constitution. We have a series of, I suppose, amendments to our unwritten constitution with regards to the legal system. So, in a way, because we don't have a rigid, fixed constitution, it allows our sort of non-constitution to be very flexible and to evolve and change with modern times, because as and when things present themselves, we can react to that, and the courts can decide how things should be, and then that of course sets a precedent for the future in law. So whereas some countries have a very rigid, fixed constitution that the way people that are based on the way people lived 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, and people change, and our way of doing it is very, very highly flexible, and it keeps things very much up to date, I think. Elaine says this. Ooh, where have we gone? Where's Elaine's comment gone? I wish it wouldn't skip like this. Elaine says the Supreme Court has humiliated the Queen, even though they are blaming Boris. The Queen will not be amused. I have to say, I don't think she will be amused either. I think what the courts should have done is actually sent a delegation from Parliament, asking the Queen to restart Parliament. Basically, I just need to plug in. I'm hoping it actually works. Because I'm running out of power. Ooh, I don't know if that's working, so let me just plug the microphone and see if I can just get some power in. Hang on just a second. Ooh, I don't know if that's worked. Right, I don't know if that's worked, so if I get another little thing pop up saying I've only got so much % left, I might have to wrap up fairly quick. But yes, I don't think the Queen will be amused at all. Right, I'm going to kind of skip down a little bit. Oh, Barbie says, an itchy nose means great changes are coming to your life. Oh my goodness, it's so right. The nose knows. Environmental allergy, maybe. Itchy nose means your nose is itchy, yes. Right, I'm going to kind of zoop all the way down to the bottom, in case I have to go really quickly because of my power. Netheta Priest says, the new private secretary is with them also. Yes, they will have full entourage, of course. Peter R says, who needs a constitution when you have the Tower of London? Indeed, lock them up. Send them to the... Oh, hang on. Oh, these stupid law courts. They overrid my prorogation of Parliament. Send them to the Tower. Yes, send them to the Tower, says the Queen. Right, has somebody put the name for Archie and I've probably missed it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Worship Centre for Christ. Thank you. You've posted it. Now, I don't know how to pronounce an NT together. A N and a T together, we do not have in the British language. So how do you pronounce a N and a T together? Ntsika? Yes, is Archie's African name. There you go. So I'm hoping I pronounced it right. Do not get funny with me if I haven't. I have tried. But those letters together do not roll easily off my tongue. So is it Ntsika? Ntsika. I think might be it. Right, I'm going to skip all the way down. Amma Love says Archie's African name is Ntsika. There we go. I just hope I've pronounced it correctly. Yes, it was the UK Supreme Court, which is a relatively new court. I think it was set up under Gordon Brown. So, um, you know, prior to that, we didn't have, I don't think, a Supreme Court. Okay. Lappy says any reputable plastic surgeon will require you to wait at least 6 months after giving birth before having invasive plastic surgery. Also, Meghan is breastfeeding. Come on. Well, of course it's a stupid story. I just wondered what they were saying she'd had done. Martine says, love the rubber duck. I bought a rubber duck 3 times when I visited a theatre in the Netherlands. It was a merchandise article for a musical theatre performance. I put them in my shower room. I'm going to put it in my shower tray. Stephanie A. Joy says, I don't like the move stepping the Queen. Like I say, I think they should have, rather than make it null and void, I don't think they should have cancelled out the Queen. I think the way about it should have said, well, actually, if it doesn't matter what advice the Queen has, whether it's unlawful or, you know, a lie or whatever, if the Queen actually suspends Parliament, her word is final. It's been suspended. Doesn't matter on what grounds, but it's been suspended. But I do think they should have sent a delegation or forced the government to send a delegation to the Queen asking her to reopen Parliament. And then she could have cancelled what she'd done herself. So I think they've gone about it the wrong way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't like to argue with the Supreme Court and 11 judges, but I think my way of doing it would have been better to protect the Queen's rights. Just a thought, and if they're listening, I think that's what they should do. It's not too late. Ethan the King says, just on Sky News now, Boris has spoken to the Queen. Aha! So there we go. Maybe they couldn't just cancel it. I think they've just realised they couldn't cancel it. And I also think Buckingham Palace may have stepped in and said, hang on a minute, wait a second, you can't just cancel the Queen's prorogation. The Queen needs to be asked to cancel it. So, if what you're saying is true, because I don't have the news on, then that's what I think's happened. I think they've had to send to the Queen to repeal it, so to speak. Peter Yar says, what's the deal with tuna and sweet corn sandwich? Never heard of that. Oh, it's really popular in the UK. I'm going back all the way through my life. There's always been tuna and sweet corn. Try it. It's nice. Tuna and sweet corn sandwiches are lovely. It's a common practice. Rain says, the article is written by the Business Times. They are accusing her of wanting to remove her blackness. What? They claim work has been done to her cheeks, chin, nose and breast. What a load of... She hasn't changed anything as far as I'm aware. I don't think she's gone under any kind of surgery whatsoever. And it also flies in the face of what she said during one of her speeches, that I'm here as a woman of colour. That's what she said. I'm here as... She mentioned a whole list of things, including I'm here as a woman of colour. So she wouldn't be identifying herself and then at the same time trying to get rid of her blackness. So no, that's just a complete load of rubbish, and I'm going to give it one of these. There we go. So it gets one of those from me. That's a silly story. Let's scoot all the way down again. Ooh, now did I pronounce it properly? Okay, so it means pillar of strength. I did read that before. But did I pronounce it correctly? That's the thing. Patron the King says, a government official says House of Commons leader Jacob Rees-Mogg will address Parliament tomorrow when MPs return following the Supreme Court ruling that proroguing Parliament was unlawful. Okay. We'll have to wait and see what Rees-Mogg has to say. Yes, the Supreme Court was established in October 2009. There we go. It assumed the judicial functions of the House of Lords, which had been exercised by the Lords of Appeal, in ordinary commonly called the Law Lords. I think it was Gordon Brown's project to have a Supreme Court a little bit like in other countries, because we didn't necessarily technically have one in that guise. Curtis says, now opposition leaders are asking the Prime Minister's resignation and he refused it. If opposition and Parliament requested the Queen sacking a PM, what would the Queen do? Parliament could put in for a vote of no confidence, but they'd have to be pretty sure of winning it. If he did lose a vote of no confidence, he would probably have to go. However, and then there would. However, I don't think he's lost the support of his own party. We know they don't have a majority, but with the support of the DUP and a few other people, I think if there was a vote of no confidence from Parliament against the Prime Minister, I think he would probably win. I think he would get through it at the moment. But they could try. If they wanted to, they could try. I wouldn't mind being a law lord either. Which cat's coming? I didn't see a cat. Was there a cat? I didn't see one. But I agree with Rukia. It is indeed a big mess going on. Isn't the King says, Queen on the phone. Boris, could you possibly keep them occupied until one enjoys one's last week of holiday? Yes! Hello, one would like to enjoy one's last week in Balmoral, Scotland. Because why can't they leave me alone to enjoy my peace and quiet? Oh no! Philip's gone. Philip's down. Ah! Okay, what would Philip say? Philip would say, well, I want to tell them to bugger off. Yes. Philip would tell them to bat. What Philip just said. Okay, apparently the door behind me opened and moved. Oh, it could have been a cat or it could have been something else. Sorry if I'm buffering. I don't know. I can't do anything about the buffering. Sorry. Right. I am going to have to go now because I think my power is really low. I don't want it to cut off before I do a proper ending. So, I will be back tomorrow, all being well, and we will talk about more to do with the tour or more things that are going on in the royal world. So, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So, from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.